There is no doubt RCIP is probably one of the most awaited programs in Canadian immigration now, especially in this scenario, in these circumstances where there are hardly any options left for people to explore for their permanent residence route. RCIP was finally announced and launched in January, but now slowly the communities, the 14 main communities within the RCIP and then the others under the FCIP are now finally making some information available. The first one being Timmins. They have updated now there on their website the list of occupations and the list of industries that are priority. If you have been watching my live streams every Saturday morning, then I discussed this already, that they are looking to announce 5 industry types and 25 occupations that would be considered as priority. These 25 occupations have now been announced by Timmins, and I expect similar will be followed by the other communities in Ontario as well. Of these 5 priority sectors, you have health, education, trades and transport, natural resources, agriculture, business, finance, administration. And out of these priority knock codes, as you can see on your screen, you have financial advisors, accounting technicians, administrative assistants, you have the LPNs or the nurses, you have the laboratory technologists, you have the nursing aides, elementary school and kindergarten teachers, you also have early childhood educators and assistants, and you have the transport truck drivers, heavy equipment operators, and construction trades and helpers and laborers. So tier categories 1, 2, 3, 4 and even 5 is making an appearance on this priority list, which should basically give a relief to a lot of people who have been looking for these opportunities. Now, one stark difference from the previous versions of this programs is that now it will be the employers who will be making an application for endorsement, and of course the employers have to be designated. Now, Timmins has already issued some information out there with regards to what are the criteria and conditions for the employers to be designated, and there is also an 8 different intake windows starting from the April 27th. That is when they will be accepting the intake of these endorsement applications. And remember, this endorsement applications have to be made by the employers and not the applicants. So definitely you need to get your employers on board. And also Timmins will be updating their designated employers list shortly. So you will be able to see if your employers has made the cut or not. And if not, then do nudge your employer to get themselves designated so that you can have this brilliant opportunity. So for Timmins, they will also be following a point system as well. They will have a grid system which they will announce shortly. The minimum criteria to be eligible would be 50 points on this grid system, and the specific criteria on how you can score better on this grid system will be announced by Timmins when they make this information public. But in the meanwhile, if you are eligible in one of these knock codes and if your employer is in one of these occupations and priority sectors, then you should start preparing your application, start getting everything in order so that you can take advantage when it hits home.